Hi there, this is Mina once again and welcome to YouTube One-on-One, a series of videos where I will share my experience on making YouTube videos. So if you're just starting a YouTube channel or if you want to know how I work, then this one is for you. Okay, so in this video we will see how I record my audio, and to make things simple I have divided it into 4 parts. In the first part we will see what equipment do I use. In second one we will see how to write a good script. In third part we will move on to setting up a good enough recording studio. And finally in the fourth part we will see how to record and edit the audios. So without any further ado, let's get started. So what equipment should I use? Well, if you're just getting started, you can use anything you have, like a built-in mic on your computer or even a smartphone. Obviously, you won't have the best audio quality, but we can make it better in the post-production. However, once you have decided to take this YouTube thing seriously, then you should definitely invest in professional microphones. Like if you're working indoors, then you can go with Blue Yeti microphone, which works with your computer. Or if you're working in the field, then you can go with lavalier or shotgun mic. Basically, you can get them for $100 or $200 and they are well worth the money. Now in my case, I record my video and audio separately. For videos, I use the Panasonic camcorder, and for audio, there is the popular Blue Yeti mic which is plugged right into my computer. Now this setup has its own pros and cons. While the advantages are, I can improve my audio quality in the post-production. Well, the disadvantage is sometimes it may be difficult to sync the audio and video file. But you can easily overcome that by clapping before the video and later use the spike to match the waveform. So in short, start with whatever you have, and once you have the resources, upgrade to a professional microphone like a Blue Yeti or whatever fit your purpose. Now this may not look obvious, but having a good script is very important, especially if you are a beginner. But why? Well, take it this way, if you have a good script, you will automatically feel more confident and your voice will come more naturally. For instance, here is the script of this video that I wrote on Google Docs, and there are a couple of takeaways from it. Number 1, keep your video short and to the point, because people on YouTube has very short attention span, and if they don't see any useful information for like 30 seconds, they will move on to next video. So always respect their time and only say the useful information. Number 2, use a conversation tone. Now this may not work in every situation, but for 90% of the time, it is a good practice. Imagine that your audience is sitting next to you and then write your script accordingly. For instance, if there is a pause in the sentence, then leave the gap in your script, or you can even write it in a new line, just like I do. Number 3, leave some space for actions. Now if you have noticed, I only use half of the page, because you can use the other half to write the corresponding actions, like what you want to do or say for the particular sets of line. This will help you to visualize the character while doing the voiceover. And now once you are done with your script, print it out in a printer, or you can also read it from a smartphone or computer. So in a nutshell, having a good script is very important, especially if you are a beginner, because this will help you to clearly communicate your idea in less time. Okay, so now that we have our script ready, we need to create a suitable environment for voice recording. But why do that? Why not just record my audio? Well, take it this way. Unlike a blog post, videos cannot be edited later. So whatever you publish now will stay there forever. And trust me, you will regret that later on. So do your best from now on. So here is the picture of how I record my audio. And you can take a couple of things out of it. Like number 1, in the beginning, it is better to stand up while recording your audio. This will help you to fill more air in your diaphragm and you will be able to breathe more easily. Number 2, use curtains and cushions to avoid the reverb. Now I personally record my videos after midnight just to avoid the surrounding noise caused by people and traffic. And 3rd, use a pop filter if you want. It is good for cutting the high-end sound, like when you say sentence that has lot of P and B in it. It is also helpful for removing the slow breath that you have taken after you finish your sentence. Now one big mistake that I made in the past was to speak right into the mic. But actually one should speak perpendicular to it, and the distance between you and the mic should be around 1 feet, while the pop filter should be in between. Another technique that has helped me a lot is to use hand gesture while recording your audio. This will make your voice sound more natural. If you want, you can also hold a pen in your hand, so when you raise your pen, you can program it to raise your voice and vice versa. Now this trick needs little bit of practice, but once you get the hold of it, it really works well on subconscious level. So this was a sneak peek on how I set up my recording studio. If you want, you can also use it in similar fashion. And once you get it right, you are ready to proceed to next part. Now to record and edit your audios, we will use Audacity. But why not other programs like Adobe Audition or GarageBand? Well, Audacity is free and open source, and other than that, it is also very powerful. So go ahead and install this application if you haven't already, and then open up the app and press on this red button to start recording your audio. And once you are done, click on this stop button. Now you can see that there is a bit of noise in the audio recording, so let's remove that. For that, first select the sample of pure noise and then extract it. For most of the time, you will like to keep the settings as default. And then once you are done, hit on this remove noise button. Now it is always a good practice to speak after 5 seconds. This way you will be able to pick up the noise quite easily. And now once you have removed the noise, let's see how to improve the audio quality by applying couple of filters. The first filter that we want to apply is normalization. So select your entire clip and then go to effects and normalize. So in simple words, what normalization does is it increases the volume of your entire video but without affecting the dynamic range, which is the difference between the high and lows of your voice. So basically if your voice is low, then you can use normalization to increase its audio level, but don't overdo this or it will affect your voice quality and include some noise in it. Now second thing that we would like to do is add little bit of compression. So select your audio and then go to effects and compression. Now you can pause the video and see the values. However, I highly recommend that you try it different values just to see which one works and which one don't. Now what compression does is it decreases the difference between the high and low of your sound tones so that it appears more even. Now at this point, I highly recommend you understand the difference between normalization and compression. So what normalization doing is it is raising the volume of your entire audio without affecting the dynamic range. But on the other hand, what compression doing is it is reducing the difference between high and low of your voice, and it does affect your dynamic range. However, one thing that both of them have common is if you overdo both of them, then it will add noise to your audio. Next, you can add some equalization like Beast Boost to make your voice sound more deeper, just like Morgan Freeman. And then you can add little bit of treble boost to make it sound more crisp and clear. Again, I will suggest you try different values so that you can find the best one for you. Now, if you see some of the high pitch on your volume, then you can chop them off using the hard limiter. Now, I am saying this one more time. Don't overdo this voice filter because then you will be sounding like someone else, and next time you use it without a voice filter, then your audience won't be able to recognize your voice. So keep it short and simple. And finally, once you get the sweet spot in your recording, you can apply the chain effect to automate everything so that you don't have to do it manually. Well, this is all for now. I will end this video with most important tip, which is practice, practice and practice. Well, every YouTuber you have known sound awful in their past until they have a prior experience, and with practice and following these tips, they are able to make great quality content, and you can do it as well. So this is all for now. Hit the like button if you find this video helpful, and if you have any doubt, then let me know in the comment section below. I would love to answer them, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more tech tips and tricks. So this is Mrinal signing off, and like always, thanks for watching.